my choice to move out of the country was less about finances and more about finding myself. A lot of people feel like you move to Thailand because it's cheap, and it's like, yeah, but hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Paris, and today's video is going to be about me living out of the country, my first impression about Thailand. I'm going to answer some of your questions. I actually sat down to film the video about flying with my cat internationally, but I thought that this video is more important, so I decided to film this one first. I might film that one after if I'm not too tired, but let's jump into the video because I know you guys have been wondering about my journey living out of the country and just more about who I am. I am going to do a Q&A, so please leave questions about my personal life and who I am as a person in the comments below. Anything you don't get from this video, I will answer in my Q&A, but I'm gonna try to keep this pretty much about Thailand and my living out of the country experience, so I'll include a little bit about Mexico too, because if you don't know, I lived in Mexico before I lived here. So just a little bit about me. My name is Paris Williams. I just turned 29 last week on August 3rd. Happy birthday to me. I am a Leo. Happy birthday to me. I got a cat named Leo. Who a Leo? Okay, yeah. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. So getting into this process of moving out of the country, it is just something that came over me. Somebody asked me on my live today, like, what made you move out the country? And it was God. A lot of my answers and a lot of my reasons are often God. And I know people feel like that's gimmicky, but if you know, you know. When God tells you to move, you get up and move. So just a little bit about like what I've been through in the last year and stuff, and where I've come from. So in the States, I live in Los Angeles. I've lived in Los Angeles for the last 4 years. It would have been 5 last week, but I decided to up and move out the country last November, but we gonna get there. And yeah, so I was living in LA and everything was cool. I was getting by. I struggled a lot when I went there, but by the end of being there, I had found a routine. I went back to doing makeup. I used to be a celebrity makeup artist, so I could do makeup on set. I could do all of this stuff. So it's like I can make money kind of easily, and you can make a lot of money fast. It was kind of like that fast money scene, you know, money come, money go. It's really expensive, but it's really easy to get money. So it's like you juggling the money, but it was no stress in it. It was just like, for me, a calm, healing time. I really went to LA and I got to heal a lot about me. I'm from Chicago, and a lot of the stuff I've been through in my childhood, I'm from the suburbs, but I was raised between both. And just, I've been through a lot, you know, coming up in my childhood. If you watch my story, my testimony, you probably know a little bit, but I'm not gonna get too deep into my story, just the point, okay? But yeah, so I had a lot of anger in me when I was living in Chicago. When I was living in Houston, I was dealing with anxiety. So when I got to LA, it was really my healing time, and I just got too comfortable. Like, I think sometimes you can heal so much that you kind of just get lost in your comfort. You just get stuck at being complacent because you don't want to go outside those bounds, because you know how you can get, you know that you've gone off path, and you just want to stay like stuck in that comfortability, no negative, no positive, no, you know, no extra. I was just really in like this no extra zone. So for me, I had gotten like just unnecessarily complacent. Like, I was so complacent with who I was, and it was just like, girl, you don't even want to do makeup, so how are you complacent with getting up? And I was charging $250 for a fade, so I was racking up money quick. If I'm doing a video shoot, it's anywhere from $750 to $2,000. If I'm doing a commercial shoot, it's anywhere from 10 bands, you know. So like, the money is coming and the money is going, because you got $4,000 rent, you got bills, you got this, you got that. But at the end of the day, I knew I could make something shake in LA. And with me, like, I have to be uncomfortable. A lot of times in my life, I've been in positions where people are like, oh, you've been this, you've been that. I have to be uncomfortable. I have to put myself in these situations where it's hard, where I have to figure it out, because I just do better with pressure. Like, when they say diamonds are made of pressure, diamonds come from pressure, whatever the saying is, like, that is me. Like, I must have some type of situation. I don't want that for myself, but I am a go-getter, and I need to feel the heat. And I love LA because LA is so inspiring that, you know, you can never be the top dog, because it's always gonna be somebody doing better than you. But I felt like I also wasn't trying, so I had to come out of that space where I was just being complacent and go out and do better for myself. With that being said, everything got shaken up for me last year in May 29th. I got in a car accident in a Uber, and everything just stopped. I couldn't work. I couldn't make no money. The pandemic was over, so money was getting tight anyway. I had maybe like $1,000 spent on a $25,000 limit credit card, started running that up because I gotta pay the bills, paying my rent on my credit card, like just spending $200 on groceries every week. It was just like things were getting more and more expensive. I can't work, and like in a blink of an eye, my whole situation changed. I went from being comfortable to being uncomfortable, and at the time I was mad as hell, y'all. I was hurt. My feelings was hurt. I'm like, how could this happen to me? I've been out the way. I've been doing good. I ain't been minding nobody's business but mine. But at the end of the day, I think that I needed that because I wouldn't be here today if I didn't go through all of that. So I started to like, during that time when I started to healing, when I started to go to chiropractor, when I started to get my injections, after a couple of months, I started to feel a little bit better to where I could stand up. So my pain is in my back and my neck, so I could stand, but sitting was very hard. And I'm just weaning off my neck pillows and my neck brace because I have to be strong for myself. I told myself, God told me that you cannot depend on these things and they are making you immobile. So I'm learning to move around some more, and that's a routine I started this week. Anyway, so I started to like go outside. I started to make new routines, getting up, doing content. I did my first like motivational type spiritual content on here about faith. Like I started to record my videos. I started putting out more content. Like I just started to become focused. I had a schedule for myself. I still couldn't work out because of my injury, but I just was really on a schedule, and I just decided I was gonna go all in on me. I started thinking about what I was doing, having meaningless sex, meaningless friendships, going out being drunk, in the club with no shoes on. I'm gonna keep saying that because of me being in the club with no shoes on, y'all, that is ridiculous. Like I just had to really look at myself and evaluate who I was and decide if that's who I wanted to be. And I'm like, HWELL, no. Okay, so I decided that I had to make a change. So I cleaned myself up. I really got in my Bible. I really got deep in my Bible, and I had never been baptized. My mom decided that she would leave that to me as an adult, so I decided to go and get baptized right after my birthday. And for my birthday, I spent it alone. I went and got my real estate license. During that time where I was going through that injury, I was up. I had to finish my testing. So I'm in pain, and I'm finishing like doing testing and stuff, and like y'all just don't understand. Like in those moments, I really felt alone, and I felt so alone that I really broke down, and I had to know that all I had was God. God was the only person that was going to save me out of this situation because I had nothing and I had no one, and I couldn't work, and the only person who could save me and the only person who has always saved me has always been God. So I always look to God, and I always see God. He always meets me in my lowest moments, but I'm here to remind you and remind myself that God is not only around in your lowest moments. God is always around. He is always there. You can always call on him when you up and when you down. Don't wait until you always at rock bottom to call on God, but know that when you at rock bottom, you can definitely call on God. But yeah, so I got baptized August 29th, I believe. And after that, I don't know, y'all. I just started to, I was fasting. I fasted right before I got baptized. And I was making plans, y'all. I really wanted to be done doing makeup. I was tired of doing makeup. I was like, I'm retiring. I kept telling everybody, I'm retiring. But yeah, I fasted and I got baptized, and then so much stuff just started to be revealed to me by September. I let my friends know, just my really, really close friends, just a couple, I'm finna go. Like God told me to leave. I was watching Ugly Betty in Mexico. It was an episode about her going to Mexico. And in my dream, it was like, get up and go to Mexico. Like leave. Mexico is close. You know, try Mexico out and see what it's like. And my experience in Mexico was, for me and God, like I went to Mexico specifically to be isolated with God. That was my time to get right, to clear myself of so much sexual addiction or lust or whatever you want to call it. Just having sex for no reason. I don't even understand how I could do that. Eating habits, which I'm really on right now, but I started that process there. I just was deep in my Bible. I was reading my Bible every day. I fasted. I've never fasted until last year was my first time fasting, but this year I fasted so much. I cried out to God. I cried and I cried and I cried and I cried out to God so much. I kept telling him I hated doing makeup. I was mad that I still had to do makeup. I wanted to change. I wanted my life to change. I just kept telling God what I wanted. I wrote in my diary. I just got right with God. Like I started listening to gospel rap. I stopped listening to as much secular music to the point where I can't take it no more. Y'all know I tried to review Lotto album on live. Y'all, I just can't take some of the music. I just cannot take it. Like I'm not holier than thou. I'm still from Chicago. I still cuss. I'm still, young and turned, but right now I'm locked in with God, and I hope to be locked in with God forever. I don't mean that right now like it's a phase, but I just am truly seeing my purpose, and my purpose don't got nothing to do with them other paths, and stuff is just being like revealed to me. So anyway, because the point of this is about me living internationally. Mexico, I really just was isolated with God, locked in. I did my PowerPoint of my life. I finished it. I started it last July. Right before I got baptized, actually. In July, I started this PowerPoint where I put my life goals. I put how much I wanted to read my Bible. I put my image, what I wanted to look like, my goals, my jobs, my careers. I put my businesses on there. I put where I wanted to travel to, Mexico, Thailand. I put like things that I wanted to do on that list. I put my habits, how I eat. I put how much I exercise. I put all of these things in my PowerPoint, and if you watch that video, I kind of broke down how I did that and how it's like more than just a vision board. I really got detailed in what I want my life to look like. And when I started to look at how I wanted my life to look, that's when I knew I needed to make some changes. Like, there was so much that I needed to change about my life. Yeah, I'm looking at my light and like, is this too yellow? But there was just like so much about my life that I knew I needed to change. So I just like zeroed in. I've been on my P's and Q's for the last year. I'm coming up on almost a year of just really being locked in with God, locked in with myself, like really hearing myself. This past week, I started to cut people off. I started to really just choose myself. I stopped dating. I stopped doing all of that. I am dating like the one man that I'm dating, but I stopped like we barely talk. But when I talk to him, I talk to him like he's a very smart, educated man. He not just like he's a grown man. Like, and it's slow dating. Like, we've been talking for months, and he's in America and I'm in Thailand. So it's like, so yeah, Mexico was just my journey of like being with God and just really just, but if you watched my going away video, I'm moving to Mexico video, you heard me say like I'm doing 6 months in Mexico and 6 months in Thailand. So I always had the plan to go from Mexico and pivot to Thailand. I knew that I needed those baby steps in Mexico, and also that I still had surgeries to do from my car accident, so I needed to be nearby, and I needed to be able to see what it was like. If I needed to fly back, I could fly back. I went home twice. I went home to LA, and then I went home to Chicago, and then that was it. Those were the only 2 trips that I took back home. Another thing to know that's really important is that I had never ever been out of the country before I moved out of the country. My first time with a passport, my passport I got in October of 2024. No, it's 2024 now. I got my passport in October of 2023. I flew out November of 2023. I paid for an expedited passport. Actually, it got paid for. But I paid for the process of getting it expedited. But yeah, everything was just kind of working out for me, and it was easy for me to get to Mexico. Like, it was so easy. Everything just flowed. Everything worked out. I sold my furniture. I had the right amount of money, and it was hard in the beginning. I struggled a lot. Those first 2 months, I cried a lot. I cried out. I'm tired of struggling. I'm tired of going through stuff. I'm tired of like just so much stuff like I was tired of, and I just kind of had to purge everything out of me. And I went through so many battles, from the taxi driver, that put his hands on me, so many things, but I knew that those things were the enemy attacking, because I know I'm on this new journey, and I know God got me walking a path that the devil gonna try to throw me off, and I just had to stay focused and like stay locked in and just not even, pay attention to that. So at the end of Mexico, y'all, I was so mad. I'm like, I'm ready to go to Thailand. I'm tired of being here. I was angry. I was upset. But after all of that, I just realized like that was such a good time for me. Like, it was my first time, when I was there, I was doing makeup. I didn't want to be doing makeup, but I was still doing makeup because I had to figure out a way to make money. So I was still doing makeup, and I was on resorts every day. Like, I was booked. People was messaging me right now. Somebody sending me a message asking me if I could do their makeup in Tulum. And I'm like, I live in Thailand. Y'all still asking me about Mexico. Y'all on some old stuff. I'm on some new stuff. Y'all know my joke. But yeah, I was doing makeup, and I was booked and busy every day. You black, you in Mexico. People coming to Mexico, especially black people, all the time. I'm going to Tulum. I'm going to Cancun. I'm in Playa. I'm working every single day. But I'm still not doing what I want to do. My plans, my goals, my dreams was to do travel content. I do not like the beauty space. I am good at makeup. I am good at doing my hair. I am good at those things, but that is not my identity. And honestly, traveling ain't my identity, but it's something that I want to do and that I know I want to do, and I think like it's going to become my brand. I feel like it already has. Like, it is working for me. I've gained over 50,000 followers in 2 months. Like, it's definitely working. Oh, I hit 100K, y'all. 100K. Thank y'all for 100K on Instagram. Follow me. But yeah, it's definitely working. But when the solar eclipse was in Mexico, this lady came up to me and told me, like, I was letting everybody see my glasses that didn't have them. That's just who I am. Like, behind the scenes, people really do not know how big my heart is, and you know, you would just have to experience it to know. But I was going around like anybody that didn't have solar eclipse glasses, because they were selling them bitches for like $7 USD. That's too much. So I was going around letting everybody see my glasses, and this lady was like, oh my God, it was her and her son. She was like, you're gonna travel the world. This somebody who ain't never been nowhere but Mexico. Me, I'm 29, I'm 28 years old at this point, and I ain't never been out the country. This is my first time, and you telling me I'm about to be a world traveler. How? Make it make sense. But I already knew that was a message for God, so I knew he was gonna make it make sense. So anyway, time for me to go to Thailand. Everything just going left. Everything with Leo, traveling with Leo was so hard and so difficult. They made it so hard for me to get out the country with my cat. When it was time to book my flight, the flight wasn't available no more. I was scared to book the flight because it was so expensive. All of my appointments at the end of that month was getting canceled. Like I said, I'm getting booked every day. Now I'm going from being booked every day to now it's time for me to leave and nobody booking. You know, like, it was kind of like, damn, you know, like, I need this money to move. I'm not gonna be able to move without it, but some just told me just book the ticket, you know, and do what you gotta do. Like, and when I say it came down to me barely having anything, like, I think I had like, I came here and after I got my Airbnb, after I paid for my apartment deposit, I didn't have no money. Like, I had to borrow money, like, and I still ain't paid it back, but I will. Like, next month, everybody get their money back. But I had to borrow money from my auntie, but God just told me to move on faith and just go and just do it and just trust me and just trust that I'm gonna make it happen, because I know me and I know how I hustle. Like, if anything, I'm gonna do makeup. I don't want to do makeup. Most of my makeup got thrown away. That's another thing. In the airport, I had to throw away half my makeup. It's like I had to throw away my clothes. I had to throw away makeup. My bags was overweight. Like, and this is everything I own, and it's not a lot. I only got 3 suitcases of stuff. I don't have clothes. I repeat my clothes, and that's another thing. Like, when you want to move internationally, you have to decide what you're willing to do. It's a lot of stuff that you're going to have to do that you wouldn't normally do. And when you live like I live, it's a lot of stuff that a regular person is not going to do. I give up a lot because I know that God will restore and God will replenish and God will replace 10 times over. You know, like, some people are afraid to lose things. I'm not afraid to lose things. I'm not afraid to say I lost. I'm not afraid to be losing. I'm not afraid of anything. It's people out here making fun of people because they can't afford this. I can't afford it. This and that, and other people always bringing up, oh, processed food, this. Do y'all ever think that that's maybe all somebody can afford? Like, I feel like people just spew stuff out because we live in this world where people just have so much shit to say and they don't know your situation. And I'm not one of them people to really explain my situation, but I realized on live today, like, it's so many people that can relate and they don't know, like, this is the type of, you know, stuff that I'm dealing with, because I don't say nothing. You know, I just silently deal with everything because that's what I'm used to doing. I'm used to putting my head down and dealing with stuff, because when I did kind of share everything, it just was like everybody used to want to attack every little thing I did, every little thing I said. So I just climbed back into this shell, and like Carisha said today, I kind of just lost my personality. Like, I climbed back in my shell. Like, even a video I posted just being funny, like, y'all living in yesterday and I'm living in tomorrow, you just can't catch up. It's like people like, oh, you so cocky, and it's like, it's not even like that. It's just a little jokey joke. Like, I just want to have fun and I just want to live my life, and people always got something to say, and I really don't care, but at the same time, I just rather just mind my business. And I'm like, this is something that I'm coming out of. But yeah, so I get to Thailand. The flight here was, everything was just on attack. Like I said, I'm in isolation with God, so I know that I'm being attacked by the enemy and everything is being attacked. I knew that as hard as it was to come here, that meant it was worth coming. Like, it was definitely like the enemy is trying to block you, because when you get over there, there's going to be no stopping you. For 2 months, I've had to stay down and chill, and you ain't seen me on no island. You ain't seen me doing too much. I'm going to the mall. It's free. I'm doing this. It costs, you know, a little bit. I'm doing what I can. I'm not trying to live above my means. I'm not trying to pretend like I live a lifestyle I don't do that. You ain't never gonna see that on my channel. We are not Dior and we are not Pior. We gonna be up in that middle, and that's just what it is. And when I gotta live, you know, like I'm Pior, then I do that, and I'm okay with that, because I know God will replenish all. When it come to me, God don't play. And I don't play about God. God don't play about me, and I don't play about God. I put my faith and my trust and my all in God, because I know he has my back. I know my back is never against the wall. I know my back is never against the wall. God got me. It's different than what it seems. It might seem like my back against the wall, but that ain't the situation. I just need to turn around. You know, like, that ain't the situation at all. the flight, I got denied boarding. It was just hard. Anyway, skip all that because we've been through that. It is what it is. I got over it. Getting here, couldn't afford to get my apartment, but I just knew I was gonna get my apartment. I asked somebody I don't never ask to borrow money. I asked one of my aunties, like, can I borrow it? She was like, yeah, you ain't never asked me for no money, and everybody in my family know I got money. So it's like, you good for it. I know you down right now because you're moving around. The stuff in Mexico happened. You got in a car accident. My savings is exhausted. My credit cards is maxed out. This is somebody telling you they don't have all their shit together. Listen to me when I tell you I don't have all my shit together, because somebody's gonna be thinking I'm living this life where my shit is all perfect. It's not. But I'm okay with that. If you're not okay with that, that's not my business. I'm okay with my life not being all together, because every day I get up and I actively work towards my dreams and my goals, and I leave the rest to God. I leave the bills and the stress and how I'm gonna get to tomorrow. Today, I'm gonna do everything I can to be the best I can be. I was tired today. I'm so sleepy. I'm so tired. I've been working out. I'm back in the gym. My muscles hurt. I'm sore. You know, you be tired that first week. But something said today, you need to film. And I was gonna film a video about a cat. And here I am, you know, putting my all into the day, because it was way more to talk about than a cat. Somebody need this video. You know, I need this video. This video is gonna help me, you know, like it's gonna help somebody else. So yeah. So because I be rambling, I don't even know what I'm gonna put the title as, because I just be rambling. But yeah, I'm so thankful for, you know, everything, the domino effects of everything, from the accident to living out of the country. My choice to move out of the country was less about finances and more about finding myself. A lot of people feel like, oh, you come to Thailand. A lot of people feel like you move to Thailand because it's cheap, and it's like, yeah, but one thing about me, yeah, I lived in a $4,000 apartment in LA. There are $1,800, $2,000 apartments. I don't choose those apartments. I will never choose the thing that's the cheapest, because I like quality things. I am not Dior and I am not Pior. I'm gonna have to continuously remind you that. Y'all might not see me, you know, in no first class. I pray y'all do business class at least, you know, one day. But for me, I'm cool in economy. I ain't got the, if I got 10 bands in my account and it could go to something else, it's going to something else. It's going to inventory. I'm the girl that's gonna spend her money on inventory. I'm gonna spend my money on business. I'm gonna spend my money on building my brand. I don't own no designer. I will wear this shirt again next week. You know, that's who I am. Like, I don't have much, but what I have, I do my best with. I make the best of what I have. I have never had a lot. And when I've had a lot, I have fumbled it. But I've learned each time, and every time I didn't fumble it, I just wasn't in the right place. And God said, not right now. I know when God say not right now, he don't mean not ever. Not right now. I'm a businesswoman. If you don't know, I know this is not about me, but I'm a businesswoman. Sorry, I needed to make an icon because this background is fetch. Okay. But if you don't know about me, I am a businesswoman. So I own a really big hair company. I've had a store in Chicago, and I own an accessory line, and I'm here to live and also go back and forth to these different Asian countries and do business and resource. Next month, I'll be going to a trade show, and I'll be getting into business. I'll have content strictly for subscribers on either Instagram or YouTube. I think they got like subscriber only. I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna do that, so people can see like the behind the scenes stuff. But most of my content will always be free. Just like stuff like that that's a little bit more business savvy will definitely be paid. But yeah, I've always been a businesswoman. A lot of people that know me now don't know me, you know, from the get-go. The people who are from the beginning, they don't really show me love no more, because they counted me out a long time ago and I'm still going. And that's okay, you know, that's okay, because I always knew I would still be going. But yeah, what is this video about? This video is about what made me move. So that covers what made me move, okay? Now I'm gonna talk about my experience living in Thailand. So I got to Thailand 2 months ago on June 6th, and it is June 8th. No, it is August the 9th, 2024. So I've been here for a total of 2 months. My first impression is it is gorgeous. I mean, look behind me. I live in a very beautiful place. It is gorgeous. Like, I love my apartment. I love the air. I love even though people say the air quality is bad, I love the air. Like, when I stepped off the plane, it was just like, I just felt this relief, like, you are okay. Things are going to work out. These people are gonna love you, and they do. Down to the man that I be having come in my apartment and get the bug out. I rebuke a bug being here today. But like, I feel great. I think that people are kind. I've only had one bad experience, and that was at a mall. You know, someone didn't want to help me, but I am a black woman. I'm a bad bitch. I probably had my boobies out. You know, anything could have offended her. And some people are just offended by your aura. I have haters and people who are offended by my aura in every country. In America, I'm gonna have them bitches in Canada, in Paris, in Europe. You know, I'm gonna have them wherever I may go. And that just is what it is. I don't look at, oh, one person didn't like me in the country. It's like, oh, these people are mean. People in Thailand are not mean. They don't know what the fuck you talking about, as well as I don't know what the fuck they talking about. But they're not, you know, they're not mean. And then I know people wanna know, you know, how do you understand people? Body language goes a long way. I you know, sign stuff, I figure it out. And then Google Translate is an app that I use a lot, you know, if I need to translate something, but I'm pretty good. I know Sawadee Ka, I know Kapun Ka, that's the two things I say the most. And yeah, Chai Mai, you know, like yes, no, you know, like they know I'm foreign, so when I pronounce stuff wrong, they be like, yeah, that. But also like mine like means so many things in Thai. Like even Thai people think their language is very, very, you know, hard to understand. So it's like I'm gonna take my little classes, but oh my god, my camera overheating. Yeah, my camera overheating. I need to wrap it up. Oh my god, my camera overheating. I look so pretty. Why would it do that? I just want to say, yeah, like my experience here has been amazing. I'm pretty much staying down till I come up. I know a lot of people be commenting, you know, like talking about why you spend this much on this, why you spend that much on this. Y'all, this is my experience. This is my life in Thailand. Like if y'all want to spend more money, if y'all want to do more, you know, do that. I mean, spend less, but I'm not here on a bargain. I'm not here to be cheap. I'm not here to do any of that. I'm here to live a quality life, and Thailand provides that at an affordable price. It's not cheap. I live in Ekmai. It's not a cheap place at all. You know, everything costs almost double over here, and for me that's okay. I'm okay with that, because you might shop at Walmart for your groceries, but I always shop at Whole Foods. You know, I always shop at, in LA I shop at Ralph's, but it's like I've always shopped at a little bit more expensive. I don't go to Save a Lot for nothing, you know, like, so it just might be a different experience. Even though I'm telling you I don't have much, I value the things I do have, and I do spend quality. This shirt is from Zara. That's why I've had it for so long. I don't buy no cheap ass shirt because this one gonna last me longer. But if a cheap shirt gonna do the job, then I'm with the cheap shirt. You know, that's who I am. So I don't need people telling me about, no, you could get this, but it's cheaper. Yeah, but I gotta go 20 minutes on a bus and ride back with a bag of groceries that I gotta wash for so long when I could just get clean ones for double the price. And it's right down the street. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. If you're not okay with that, that's your business. So people ask me a lot of questions and I want to answer them, but my camera is hot. Should I just turn it off for 5 minutes, y'all? Oh, it's gonna be ugly when I get back though. I feel like I should just let it be on. So about visas, because everybody's been asking me about visa. I'm still on a tourist visa. I'm applying for the digital tourist visa for digital nomads that do travel content and stuff like that. It wasn't available until July, so I had to fly out. That's when I just took that trip to Malaysia. I flew out and then I flew back in, and now we have that 90-day instead of 60 days, so I'm going to do the 60 days extended, and by then I should have my digital nomad visa if everything works out. You have to have 13,000 in the bank account out here, so I think like 150,000 Thai baht. So I will be still going through that process. I know people ask about visas. A lot of the questions I don't answer is because I don't have the answer yet. The cost of living in Thailand, like I said, I make cost of living videos. My new cost of living video will be out in 2 days probably from this video, or just next week, so definitely subscribe. But my first cost of living and how much it costs me to move here, which side? One of these sides, y'all. So yeah, if you want to know how much it costs me to move here, and keep in mind I moved here with a cat. Oh, I'm sorry, and my apartment wasn't ready, how I found my house, questions about my apartment, how much my apartment cost, my apartment tour, that's here. And then what are the best areas to live? I'm not sure. I live in Ekmai. I love Ekmai. Everything's around. Yeah, I love Ekmai real bad. What's the culture like and the etiquette? So I know I see some people in my comments talking about, why are you dressed like that? Like Thai super conservative. They're not. People in Thailand wear whatever they want to. Thais wear whatever they want to. I live in a building where people be Louis Vuitton drip down, Chanel drip down, like, but revealing, you know, they wear what they want to wear here. I think I'm thicker, so people might pay more attention, but yeah, I seen somebody man looking at me. He was probably looking at me because I had no clothes on, but I thought he was looking at me because I was cute. When I say I don't have no clothes on, that means my boobs are too long. I always have clothes on. I'm a classy girl, but my boobs, they can't go anywhere. If a button don't button up, then just can't button it. What are the job opportunities? So, this is a question. Okay, this is the question right here. So the number one question I get asked is, what do I do for work? I think like y'all are like stressing over that. Like, I think the problem that we have in our society is that like we want to be somebody, we want to like emulate them so we can have their life. But I hope that you listen to everything I said previous to this to let you know that my life is not all the way stable. It's not all the way put together. I don't have it all the way together. So deciding to do what I do is not, just gonna make my life your life. I think you should really do what I did and hone in on what you want to do, who you want to be, and let that, determine what you do. But I don't have a job. I haven't had a job since I was 17 or 18 years old. I don't have a job. I make YouTube videos. I make a couple $100s doing that. I make a couple $100 from Instagram, make a couple $100 from TikTok, and I'm getting by off those. Okay guys, so my camera died. The background is giving midnight. It's giving ain't nothing back there. So let's get back into it. So at the end, I was talking about getting paid from Facebook, Instagram. So I am a digital creator. My goal is to be a travel content creator / beauty. I still got a couple tutorials for y'all. About to bring back the hair videos. I've been down and out. I ain't did no hair looks in a while, but it's all coming back. I am a businesswoman, like I was saying. Ultimately, it always is going to go back to business. So I plan on building my brand from ground up while I'm in Asia, traveling to different countries, like I said, and doing business, because that has always been what I did. And I think God has brought me back full circle where I'm able to really build my brand from the bottom up. I probably would have never felt a reason to do this, but now that have had everything, taken from me and been broken all the way down, now I can see a way to rise up, going to the vendors, going to these fairs, going to these trade shows, everything I've ever dreamed of and researched as a kid, like it's all coming full circle. And I know that everything that I went through was for a reason. So the reason I moved out of the country was so many reasons. It was spiritual, it was financial, it was for business, it was for myself, and yeah, I expect my life to change so much. I expect to grow so much. I expect to come back to America a totally new person. No, I do not plan on living in Thailand my whole life. I'm not looking for a permanent visa. I could live in another country before I come home if y'all don't go out and vote. Kamala. But vote for who you want to vote for, but that's who I'm in it for. I might even come home to vote. I really want to see if I can get in contact with Kamala and them, because I would love to do like a campaign about digital nomads and coming back to vote, but I don't know how to go about that. But anyway, yeah, like I just have so many goals and so many plans for myself. This is just really, Thailand is about me. My nickname for my real name is Thai. So Thailand is all about me. It's literally Thailand. It's my land, it's for me. Even my astrocartography or whatever says, Thailand for me. And it's crazy. I came here because God put it in my heart, but even when I looked that up, it was so like valid or whatever. And I have plans to burst out. Everything, for me, everything happens, on time and in God's plan. Like when I went to Mexico, I had every intention of, breaking out as a travel creator, and that didn't happen. I had to go back to doing makeup because in Mexico, I'm shadow banned. Nobody is promoting like Mexico content. America is not, they're banning, that Mexico content. They're showing Thailand because Thailand is so far away. It's like, don't go to Mexico, but Thailand's so far away. It's like, you go to Mexico and it's friendly, and I think they in cahoots with the United States. It ain't like they got no beef or anything, The United States don't either, but you get shadow banned. You cannot like post from Mexico and it just go viral. I know there's some people that's doing it. They're not doing the type of content I want to do. So yeah, that was one thing that, I had, and I had to sit back and like, okay, this is really just my time to be with God. So if it's not my time now, I will wait. And I waited, and I had a plan, and I'm showing up for myself. And even though my plan is working now, you ain't seen nothing yet. I just want you to know, like, my life is about to change so drastically, all because I made a choice to show up and do my best. Like, even this video. Let me show y'all something. It's Friday. It is Friday, August 9th. And you guys will be seeing this video on Friday, August 9th. Like when I say I'm on my P's and Q's, I'm doing more than I've ever done. Like I've been feeling like, oh, I'm lazy. Today I was tired. I didn't want to do nothing. Yesterday I was feeling lazy. I keep on having these feelings like I'm lazy. I've dropped 20 videos, 17 episodes on living in Thailand. I've dropped 7 YouTube videos. That's probably more than I put out a year ago. That's probably all the videos I put out a year ago. I might have dropped like 16 last year. I did 7. That means I did half of it in 2 months than I did in a year. Like my work ethic is changing. I think the one thing, and this is what I was talking about when I got off, I feel like people want that change in their life, but you're not willing to change the things you're doing. I need to eat different. I need to show up different. I need to wake up. I need to wake up when the sun rises. I need to have an agenda. I need to have a schedule. I need to have things I want to accomplish. I need to have my goals written out. I need to have a wish list. I need to plan a vacation, even though I'm not going on a vacation, so that I can have the vacation planned and ready when the resources meet me. You need to plan for things and the resources will come. You need to, I'm not telling you, if it's not your time, and this is why I don't express myself, because I'm saying this, but that don't mean it's your time. And that's not to be discouraging. That means if you have not done the work, don't go jumping. Because you ain't got no bounce. You ain't got nothing to support you. You ain't got no wings because you haven't done the work. I could not jump. I could not take this big of a risk until I had started to do the work. Until I had done the work. I know I'm doing the work, so I know God got me. I'm doing my part, so I know God gonna back me up in this. God is going to back me up. I promise you, next month, I'm going to be good. This is my last month having to worry about anything in my life. I'm talking about struggling. I'm not talking about never having a problem, but I will not struggle again after this month. And I promise you that. My life is about to completely change. And I know that. And I'm not going to act different. You're not going to be able to tell. You're going to be able to tell a little bit. You're going to be able to tell a little bit. But I'm just going to move, completely different. I know everything is changing because I can't help it but to get up every day and do my best. It's just like I have to get in position. God is telling me, get in position, get in position, get in position, because your life is about to change rapidly. And that's what I pray for. I pray for rapid change. I pray for my blessings, to fall, for my power to be restored, for the blood to just cover me and to cover everything that I walk into and every door that I walk into and every time that I walk out this door. I just ask that God covers me and he continues to do this. So me moving out the country is about just my journey of life. Like my life has been crazy, but it's also been a very blessed life. I'm a very blessed girl. I'm very talented. I'm very smart. I'm very gorgeous. I take risks. I'm confident. I'm so confident. You cannot tell me nothing. On my worst day, I love me, and loving me is something that's one of my best traits, because it's a lot of people that don't love themselves and they have to go out there and have people. This is I'm gonna get into the Q&A, but one of the main questions is dating and friendships and this and that. I'm honestly in a place right now where I have cut off my friends, because in reality they are my friends, but they not my friends. Like I can tell you right now, I don't have that one friend that loves me equally like I love them. I think I do, and this probably gonna offend somebody, but none of my friendships are equally yoked. I always are more into them. I think everybody's my best friend. I ain't never heard nobody call me best friend, especially not publicly. Like, it's me that thinks, I got this best friend. It's not real. I'm very close friends with a lot of people, but at the same time, I don't know. Things are shifting for me, and I'm just coming into realization over and over and over again. I don't usually have friends for long. I've had friends that I've had for years and years and years that'll always be my friends. But right now, everything is about me, and I don't need to struggle along people that don't really have to be a part of my journey. If they're not bringing something to the table, it's no point of like straggling them along. And there's people that I've cut off right now that I will come back to, when they get their stuff together and when they can meet me where I'm at in life. And I know those are the hard decisions you gotta make, but somebody like me, I cut off family, I cut off friends, I cut off my brother if he acting a fool, that's what I do. I'm not willing to be a participant in somebody's life if they're not doing their best. And I would hope that you would cut me off if I'm not doing my best, or at least try to relate to me. And I try to relate first before I just cut people off. And as far as relationships and stuff, like I said, I'm not dating. Let me get into the Q&A though, because I'm answering questions that's in the Q&A. So y'all asked me some questions about living in Thailand. Let me get to it. Oh yeah, y'all asked me some questions about living in Thailand, so let's get into it. Which do you prefer, Mexico or Thailand? I definitely prefer Thailand. If you watch my last video about Mexico, I want to say it was called, I'm gonna put it right here. I want to say it was like the pros and cons of Mexico, but I don't think it was called that. But I think it was like my experience living in Mexico or something. But I was just like unhappy. I had a ball, but at the same time, like I couldn't live in Mexico. I wouldn't tell somebody to move to Mexico. I don't suggest it. I think it's a great baby step, but it's just not worth it. It's a very greedy place versus Thailand. It's more affordable. They're very kind, or they just not in your way. It's like either they're kind or they're just not in your, they're not thinking about you. They're not worried about you. Nobody stares at me. Nobody points at me. Nobody laughs at me. Nobody goes out their way, People have their own personality, and people might be rude to you, but as Thai people are not rude. When I say, how do you feel not having help? How do you feel not having help? I never had help in my life, for real. So I've been on my own since I was younger. So it is what it is. And I will say, like, this year I've finally learned to ask for help. Like, asking my aunt for help. Like, I know y'all see me say in my videos, like, this man pay my rent. I got my rent paid twice when I first moved to Mexico, and it's gonna get paid for a second time twice, you know, when we moving to Thailand. When I need help, I ask him for it, but I don't ask him for money just like willy-nilly. Like, when I first moved places, it's not as easy because I haven't been working, because my finances are exhausted, but I'll be back good next month and everything will be back on track, and I will be, you know, I will be good. I don't really have to like ask for money, and even if I could ask for money, I don't really have nobody to ask. I've been single for 6 years. I don't have no boyfriend, you know, sporting my, oh man, what was that? Might have been me. I don't have no man like bankrolling my lifestyle. I just, you know, got help with these two things. That don't mean like I'm getting taken care of, because I'm not. I still got debt. I still got bills. I'm not in first class. I'm not taking trips on nobody dime. He helped with the bare minimum. Was it a hard decision? Was it a hard decision to get up and move to another country alone? No, I've always been on my own. Like I said, I've lived out of the house. I moved out of the house when I was 17, but I've lived on my own in my own apartment since I was 17. Yeah, since I was 17, I've been out of the house. I had my own apartment 18, 19, 20, 21. You know, I've had my own for a long time, so being alone is not that hard. I moved to Houston, I moved to LA. I don't go home much. I do like an annual trip, so it's not like difficult for me. FaceTime exists. How have the men in Thailand been treating you? I'm not thinking about no man. Like, I feel like y'all make out whole personalities about me. I was just saying this about Lotto. Sorry, Lotto. No shade. Like, I feel like all of her raps was about, you know, her having a man. Like, y'all be making y'all whole personality about a man when y'all get with a man, and that's just not me. Like, being single for these last 6 years, has it been lonely nights? For sure. But right now, more than ever, I need to focus on me, and I need to stop focusing on, like, in the past, I wanted somebody so bad. I wanted to be with somebody so bad. I wanted to just have somebody around so bad. I don't, and not too bad, just a little bit bad, not too bad, just a little ounce. Now it's like I have no desire. Like, when it happens for me, it'll happen for me. For now, my little African conversation every 1 week or 2-3 weeks or a month, it worked for me, you know. And the lose zeal, you know, it worked for me, bare minimum. Tips on being away from your friends and family: FaceTime, text. But me personally, I like to be alone. Like, I love being by myself, y'all. I'm just like a unique person. I don't know, I like to be by myself. I have a cat. I think if you need a cat, get a cat, but I'm cool. What is your occupation, and is it hard to do so while relocating? Like I said, I'm a travel creator and I'm a businesswoman. I'm doing reviews, so like I'm about to do this hair review. I got paid for that. You know, I get paid to review different stuff. I got a video upcoming with Travel New York. You know, I collab with different brands, so I do make money off more than just like, I make money on Instagram, you know, Twitter, YouTube. Not Twitter, I don't have Twitter. But I also make money from collabs and different stuff like that. I started following you, interested in your cat and relocation. I am gonna make that video about traveling with my cat. That was supposed to be today's video, but unfortunately I got sidetracked and did this one. What do it smell like out there? I don't know why my little sister asked that. What the hell? I want to see you eat them noodles. Forget the Q&A. I'm gonna have to do a mukbang, but I'm gonna diet right now, y'all. Can you tell us a little bit more about your flight? I flew Turkish Airlines. I put the cost of my cost of living video, but I want to say it was around $1,400 with the cat. It wasn't a smooth trip. Again, I'm gonna say more about that in the cat video. You don't get homesick? No, I don't get homesick. I be hungry. Oh, I be hungry, man. I want some soul food so bad. Like, it be making me so mad. I can't order no soul food, or I can't just order like even Chick-fil-A. And Chick-fil-A was nasty when I left the crib, and that's another reason why I left. The food in America was getting so bad. I was like, I can't do this no more. Like, the food was starting to disgust me. Like, I knew I needed to move off that too. That's another reason. Do you plan on dating in Thailand? No, have no intentions unless I see me a Nigerian UK man. Then I'm down. If you African and from the UK, come my way today. What about the US do you miss the most? The food. Yeah, it's like, I would say I miss my friends, but at the same time, it's not like none of my friends used to really pull up on me and come spend the night. Like, I used to always want my friends to come over, watch movies with me. My friends don't do that type of shit. One of my friends mean as hell. Like, that bitch barely like me, like, if we be honest. So it's not like I'm missing anything, you know. Like, I think I miss certain stuff, like accessibility, but I'm just a person who is I easily adjust myself. But yeah, I definitely miss the food. That's probably like the #1 thing I miss is the food. Yeah, and I miss the hair store because, yeah. Have you acquired any new mentors or people you're able to look to for guidance? So I only have one mentor, and it's not like she's an active mentor. It's just like, this is the one person in my life that I looked to. So I don't know if y'all know, around the time that I lived in Houston, I had went on a trip to Puerto Rico, and it was during the time like when I was being canceled, and it was just like really inspiring, like to see a different world, and it really re-motivated me and kind of showed me like where I could go if I walk out of the stuff I was doing, being angry and arguing and yelling and being rude and stuff like that. So it kind of like predicted like what my life would be like, because for me, as somebody who had never been nowhere, Puerto Rico was out the country, and now Twitter shut me down and let me know Puerto Rico was not out the country, you know, because I got that USA education. That's the only thing I'm bad at is geography, but I've been studying. I got a little app. I got a little flag app. Hold on. I got me a little app. Where's that? And yeah, I'll be studying. But yeah, it's called World Quiz. I'll be learning the countries and stuff. But yeah, so when she took me to Puerto Rico and I went to do her makeup or whatever, she showed me a lot, and I seen her life and how she was living, how she was 40 with no kids. It was her 40th birthday, and she just traveled, and she had a house in Puerto Rico and she had a house in Atlanta. And you know, like for me, like she bi-coastal, even though it's still, you know, in America technically, even though it used to be independent. It just showed me a new life, and I'm kind of emulating that lifestyle, and I love her for it, and I'm thankful for it. And she was there for me when I needed her. She even bought me a flight back from Atlanta before when I was stuck in Atlanta. Like but she's somebody that I like look to. She had a baby though. I don't want no kids, so I just been, you know. But she is definitely somebody that has inspired me so much. But other than that, I really don't have a lot of mentors. I do just take different things from people. Like, I wouldn't say anybody necessarily motivates me, but certain things motivate me. I definitely would say sermons motivate me the most when it comes to like motivation. A sermon will get me up and moving and replenish. Like I would be feeling terrible, and I would turn on my TV on that Sunday sermon, and it will be a message for me. Like this week, the message was letting go, getting out of bed, cutting people off. And I'm like, that's exactly what I need to do, and that's what I've been praying about, and God answered my prayers through sermon. Last week it was about health and your food and getting right with your health, and that's exactly what God been telling me. And it's like my sermons always like reiterate. So really for me, my mentor is God, and whatever pastor is on that week that I use my discernment and pick a sermon. And another question, what's been the most difficult thing to let go of since moving from Mexico? I think in the beginning the most difficult thing to move on from was really just the bad experience that I had in Mexico. Like it was so hard to like let that go, especially because I lost all of that footage when my hard drive crashed, and it was just like, wow, like my hard drive crashed, you know, I can never show all the stuff that happened to me, all the bad stuff that happened to me. And I feel like that a lot, like nobody gets to see like all the stuff that happened to me, and I just have to keep taking it. And I finally had like proof of everything that happened to me, and I was gonna, you know, air it out. And it probably was just like God saying like, this is not what you're gonna be known for. You're not gonna be known for airing things out or being negative or telling story times, which is like so many stories I could tell, you know, about my life, but I keep it to myself because I don't want that to be, you know, what I'm known for or anything. And I've just moved past that. So I think I just had to let go of being angry, and I had to let go of just worrying, you know, like I've definitely let go of worrying since I got to Thailand. So yeah, y'all didn't ask me a lot of questions. Like I never get a lot of questions because y'all say I'm so open and I tell y'all everything, so that's lame. But I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Hopefully I got a few words of encouragement that come to mind, but I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video. This has been, you know, the summary of why I moved out the country, what it's been like, what my life was like right before I moved. I love Thailand, and I expect the best from Thailand. I expect my life to change completely. I am super proud of myself and super proud of all the changes I have made since moving here. I love it here. I am so happy. My life is good. Even when I got $50 in my account, and that's what's in my account right now. Even when I got $50 in my account, I promise you I'm good. Everything's gonna be good. That's a week of food. I got food in my refrigerator. My bills is paid. I just paid my phone bill. I just packed up a package, you know, like I got money coming in, you know, but I can still say like I got a low amount in my bank account and not be ashamed, you know. And I'm just happy that I wake up every day, you know, being confident in who I am, being confident in what my circumstances are, and knowing that like they are going to change. So that's why I moved out the country. That's how I'm doing. It's my initial reaction to Thailand is I love it. It's been so fun. The experiences here and the things you can do here are just unlimited. The culture here is so just crazy. Like America really scammed us on like places outside the country. All of this third world country, these people are doing better than us. Their systems, their malls, the way that stuff is set up is so much better than anything we've ever seen in America. The money they invest into their government, because the people that pay taxes, they actually use their money for the government. Like it's totally Yeah, I swear I keep hearing something. It's totally different than the experience that I have in America, and I'm so excited to see where I go and what I do with this. And I'm so excited to travel around Thailand and the islands. I cannot wait to go to the islands. I cannot wait to next month. Claiming it when I'm in China, next month when I'm in Thailand, next month when I'm just traveling and living my best life. I know that things are about to change for me, and I just want to say thank you to God. Thank you for having a plan for me. Thank you for always sharing your vision with me and putting it in my heart. God, I am so appreciative to you. Thank you for always having my back. I love you now. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. The way my channel is growing, like, I am just so appreciative because this is my dream, you know. This has always been my dream. You can go back on my channel. I got videos from years ago, you know, but I just wasn't in a place, and I knew that one day I would be in a place, and I'm finally in that place, and I am so thankful. But yeah, definitely leave all the questions you have for me in the comments. I want to do a Q&A about my life and about who I am personally. I did a Q&A maybe 4 or 5 years ago when I was living in LA, so if you want to watch that, you can watch that one. So much has changed since then, and I'm just so excited to continue to share with you guys, continue to make my travel content, my vlogs, and I'm so glad that you guys are enjoying it. Be sure to follow me on all platforms. This is my Instagram, my TikTok, and my Facebook. And yeah, I love y'all so much. I'm gonna edit this right now, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thumbs up, subscribe. XOXO, bye.